Outraged New Yorkers demand at Federal Plaza that ICE get out of New York City. The fallout from a brutal ICE raid on Chinatown's Canal Street continued Tuesday night when fuming New Yorkers and local elected officials reached outside of 26 Federal Plaza demanding that federal agents leave the Big Apple. Well past sundown Tuesday night, public advocate Jamon Williams, city controller Brad Lander, and a slew of city council members stomped outside the Department of Homeland Security offices and immigration court house with a legion of sign Taunton residents enraged over the federal immigration enforcement escalation that saw ICE officers arrest dozens of immigrant work vendors in Chinatown, then clashed with bystanders who confronted the masked men. Heavily armed federal agents have guided and an armored vehicle through the streets back to 26 Federal Plaza while New Yorkers gave chase. Some agents brandished machine guns along the way. As images from the chaos spread, more people gathered outside of 26 Federal Plaza, including local elected officials. Street vendors are not a national security threat. They're a big part of what makes New York City. New York City, you gotta excuse me, my eyes is kind of messed up. Street vendors are not a national security threat. They're a big part of what makes New York City. New York City. There is no excuse for sending military-style vehicles and a national law enforcement response for street vendors, Landis said. What we need to all be doing is show up to say ICE out of New York. While elected officials called upon the public to stage a rebuke of mass armed government police pulling people off the streets, they also pleaded for demonstrations to remain peaceful, fearing that acts of violence could give President Trump ammunition to flood the city with armed troops, just as he has done in other American cities. We are in very scary times. We're asking New Yorkers, it's time to step up. But it's really important that you don't engage in behavior. Don't follow people who are trying to engage in behavior that will give them the excuse they are looking for to further invade New York City with a show of military force, Williams said. Despite the warning, some protesters attempted to periodically block vans that emerged from the facility, leading to the NYPD making several arrests. Cops also could be seen shoving protesters. At one point, Queens City Council member Tiffany Caban tried to step in, only for her to be shoved as well. My message also is to the folks who are being deployed. If you are a military member, if you are a federal law enforcement agent, you took oaths, and part of those oaths say that you should not obey illegal, unconstitutional orders. Caban said. You too can stand up and say no. That's all I have to say for this video.